Hi everyone, if you enjoy what I do, then I think you'd enjoy my short collection of short stories, available now on Amazon. Please make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a Patreon. Enjoy the video! Out of the countless victims that were caught up in the infamous Black Mesa Resonance Cascade, only a handful made it to safety before the site was erased from the map. Ironically, the majority of known survivors were those closest to the catastrophe, and yet the anomalous materials team was even larger than most people realise. But there would be another survivor whose fate would be left unknown for the longest time, only for them to finally surface into the dystopian world that would emerge years later, seemingly working against the interests of her one-time colleagues. By the lizards long ago. However, the terrain can be extremely dangerous. Right, time to die. When Gordon Freeman pushed the Zen crystal into the antimass spectrometer, the world would be changed forever, and chaos would be unleashed onto New Mexico, quickly spreading to engulf the whole world. Despite the best efforts of the valiant Black Mesa survivors, Gordon had not been alone in the actions which had led to this fate, however. For just below the spectrometer, two other scientists, themselves clad in hazardous environment suits, worked diligently to prepare and deliver the sample to Gordon. While Gina Cross placed the crystal into the delivery hopper, Colette Green prepared the spectrometer, unknowingly sealing the destiny of every person on Earth and beyond. After the cascade, like so many others, they would fight through the now horror-filled corridors of Black Mesa, calling upon military aid, attempting to seal the dimensional rift themselves, and put an end to the madness that had taken over. Unlike others who had taken up arms and attempted to control the situation, however, Gina and Colette would succeed, at least for a time, laying the groundwork for an attempted resonance reversal and stalling the forces of Zen until Freeman could complete his task. Their luck would soon run out though, for upon activation of a prototype displacement beacon, the two scientists would be thrown into a harmonic reflux, each teleported sporadically across the facility as well as the space between. In the madness that had descended upon Black Mesa, it would transpire that they were not the only ones caught in a teleportation eddy, for at the same moment, Security Officer Barney Calhoun was attempting to return from Zen, his displacement event current becoming entangled with Cross and Green's. While Colette would eventually make it safely back to the mastermind of their efforts, Richard Keller, Gina would ultimately find herself swapped in space with Barney, allowing Calhoun to return to Black Mesa and assist in saving many lives, while she was trapped in Zen, condemned to succumb to the alien world, and later found by another lost interloper. With no time to make an attempt at retrieving Dr. Cross, Colette would accompany Keller, a high-level official within Black Mesa, in an administrative evacuation effort, along with the Black Mesa administrator himself, Wallace Breen. While their flight from Black Mesa would be successful, they would hardly be escaping into safety, for the portal storms would continue, with Zen fauna and flora encroaching upon every corner of the Earth. In the turmoil that ensued, Dr. Keller, along with the majority of those who had escaped New Mexico, would lose their lives, leaving only Colette and Breen. Then the Combine would come, swiftly conquering the world in a matter of hours, and seeking out Breen as the senior official at Ground Zero of the Resonance Cascade. Dr. Green would suspect that there had been more to the meeting than she was aware of, hints of a pre-existing agreement of some kind, but she knew better than to question it. What had been done was done, and what Breen would do next would save countless lives across the globe. He would negotiate a total surrender of the Earth to the Combine, and in return, he would be installed as an administrative go-between, a face humans might trust in an effort to quell dissent. In the short time he had known her, Colette had proven herself reliable and trustworthy enough to be appointed Breen's personal consul, and over the coming years, his trust in her would only grow as she carried out covert operations, dirtying her hands in ways he could not, all for the supposed benefit of mankind. While Judith Mossman had been coerced by Breen into becoming a mole within the Resistance, eventually turning against him due to her affection for Eli Vance, Colette had been with him from the start, having become far more deeply involved with the Combine's plans. In time, she gained complete autonomy from Breen, ranking as highly as he in the Combine hierarchy, but hidden from the public eye, supervising over secrets even some Combine were not aware of. One such secret would be that which had been sequestered away deep within the quarantine zone of City 17, a vault containing something so powerful that sacrificing an entire city district just to hide it would seem reasonable. It may have been that she had even had a hand in designing this vault, having had first-hand experience of voltgant discharge arcs and resonant stasis fields. Despite her best efforts though, Colette could not prevent the vault from being breached, its contents released, and it is unknown what became of her beyond this incident. It is true that the entity imprisoned within the vault had observed serve both Colette and Gina for a time during the Resonance Cascade, ceasing his evaluation once Colette escaped Black Mesa. But it could be that he may take a renewed interest in her once learning of her attempts to keep him imprisoned. Or it could be that she perished in the destruction of City 17. Given her proven tenacity, however, it is likely that she secured an alternative means of escape and may yet still live, continuing to work in the shadows while holding some degree of leverage over the Combine overworld itself. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked what you saw, then I think you'd like my short collection of short stories. Please consider liking the video, subscribing, sharing it with all your friends, and if you want to support me that bit more, become a Patreon. Links are all down in the description. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you next time.